But yeah, I definitely should have gone live sooner. But we're live now. Again, let me know if the mic is not working properly at all. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, for newer people who are new here, I trade mostly using unusual whales. And some of my favorite things that I like to look at is market tide and gamma exposure. Uh, so, so this morning, daily net gamma exposure ended up actually increasing. It actually didn't move at pre-market, but when the market opened, it actually ended up increasing from negative 400K to positive 800K. So somebody brought up something in the chat that we should be going higher today, and in theory we should be. But remember, we have to combine all the data points, as many data points really as we can. So I don't like to just look at gamma exposure and then just trade off of that. I also like to look at market tide. And I am sharing my screen right now, so if you guys should be able to see my screen. Let me know if you cannot see my screen. So here it is. I like to combine daily market tide and gamma exposure, but I also like to look at the SPY holdings net flow. Now, the SPY holdings net flow, guys, for today was bearish. I should have saw this coming. That's why I said I should have looked. I should have really went on live much sooner, and so I apologize for that. Really, I got kind of lazy, and I was already up so much on hood that I was kind of like slow to read SPY today. So I apologize for that. But the SPY holdings was bearish today. So let me send that into the top watch. SPY holdings was bearish today all morning. I should have been watching that, but I did not. So that's my bad, guys. But it's just another lesson, right? It's something that I always preach. Holdings is going to be much more accurate than market tide, and it's going to be much more accurate than SPY net flow. So holdings was extremely bearish today. So this is a big lesson here, guys. When you look at market tide, right? When you look at market tide, you can see that the market tide is bearish, right? But when you look at SPY holdings, it's actually even more bearish. There was actually no kind of call buying in the morning. So with that call premium flat in the morning, that would have been a really big sign that this pop was not going to be sustained. It looked like it was going to be sustained on the market tide because we had other tickers such as Apple and Robinhood, that were so bullish that it made the market tide look kind of bullish in the beginning. But it wasn't bullish because if you look at the SPY holdings, at no point do we get a large spike in net call premium. For market tide, at one point, we were at 65 million, 71 million actually. So it looked bullish, right, on the market tide. And remember, the market tide is the overall market, right? It's the entire market. But SPY holdings is just the aggregate net premiums for all the tickers in only SPY, right? Only SPY. So it gives you a little bit more of an accurate representation. So what is the takeaway here today, guys? The takeaway is that I like to look at holdings, SPY holdings net flow. That's gonna give you the biased 7 out of 10 times here. And so that's the opportunity that I missed today, guys. So I apologize there, but hey, you can't catch them all, and some days you're just gonna have missed opportunities. But hey, let's stay on and let's see if we can catch any other plays. That would be really good. I'm gonna play a little bit of music here. It's gonna be very low music. Um, Amazon, I'm up. Amazon, I'm up on Amazon, guys. If you guys took the Amazon trade with me, you should be up. Should be up. Again, make sure you mute yourself. Oh, can't hear anyone talking now. Oh, that's weird. That sucks. Can't hear. Hmm. No audio. Oh man, I mean that means my mic is shitty. Oh crap! Did I mute myself by accident? I'm sorry. This mic has a mute button. I didn't even know that. That was stupid. Oh my god! I just talked for like 5 minutes, bro. That was dumb. All right, so this mic has a mute button. All right, so it's green when it's good. All right, what about now? Should be hearing me now. God, man. All right, thank you, bro. Thank you, E Myth. All right. Okay. So let me say that again. Okay. So for people who are new on here in the Discord, um, I like to combine the tools, right? I like to combine the tools. So I like to look at market tide and gamma exposure, but I don't like to only look at gamma exposure. You must combine gamma exposure with other tools. That's why I always say in my pre-market notes, if you notice in my pre-market notes, I always say what gamma is. And then after I say what gamma is, I always say, hey, for confirmation, right, you want to watch market tide. Now, here's what I was saying before I foolishly muted myself. Um, Even though I'm watching market tide, what I really should have been watching was SPY holdings. Remember, I always say that 70% of the time, holdings is what's going to give you um, the best data, if you will, because holdings net flow is a little bit different. It really just measures the holdings in SPY, such as Tesla, Microsoft, NVDA, right, Apple, and it gives you the aggregated net premiums for all of those tickers. And so, if all of those tickers, such as the Magnificent Seven, are having a good day, if those tickers are having a good day, then the SPY price action is going to reflect the net premium for those holdings. Does that make sense? So if the Magnificent Seven are having a good day, it will reflect here on the SPY holdings chart. And sometimes it will not reflect well on the market tide. Let me give you an example. This morning with the market tide, net call premiums hit as high as 70 million. Now, that looked bullish, especially with net volume over 400K. But what I really should have been looking at was the SPY holdings because the market tide was including some tickers that perhaps are not included in the SPY, whereas the SPY holdings is strictly the aggregated net premiums for SPY tickers. So in other words, when you look at the SPY holdings, you can see that net call premiums were bearish the entire morning, right? Whereas when you look at the market tide, it looks like net call premiums were bullish like early on, right? Like we ripped all the way higher to 750. But when you look at the SPY holdings, right? SPY holdings net call premium were pretty flat all morning and they were negative most of the morning. So that's what I really should have been looking at here, guys. And so that's my apologies. I got a bit lazy with going live today because I was green on Robinhood, so I was just really slow with reading SPY. But holdings, guys, the takeaway here is holdings. You want to look at SPY holdings. That's really what's going to tell you where the directional bias is for the tickers in the SPY. And the reason why you want to look at the tickers in the SPY is those carry the most weight, right? SPY itself sees some trading activity, like the actual contracts in SPY, but the holdings net income and the net premium is what's going to determine the directional bias. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, to see SPY holdings, do you use net flow and type in SPY? Yes, you use net flow. So here's how you get to SPY holdings. Yeah, you just go to, let's say you're on the home page, right? You type in SPY at the top right here, and it pulls up the overview. And then after it pulls up the overview here, it'll default to SPY right here at the top right hand side, but you'll see right next to it says holdings, and make sure you change it to holdings. And that's how you see the holdings net flow. So all right, let's see if we can catch a trade here, man. So right now, I'm looking at holdings, and it looks like holdings is what's leading the price action right now. Market tide numbers are pretty low, so I'm not going to go off of market tide. I'm going to go off of holdings. When market tide numbers are pretty low, I like to look at holdings. Holdings gives you a little bit more of a sensitive data, and it allows you to see it a little bit clearer. If positions are bearish or bullish. Man, we're heading lower here. Sure. Wow. I'm not gonna short here because net calls is stalling just a tad. It's not going lower, so I'm just gonna be patient a little bit. I missed a move, so I'm not gonna force a trade right now, even though we are going lower here. Okay, net calls are going lower here now. I'm gonna pull up my broker here, guys. Have your broker ready because I think we could see some volatility. Now, here's the thing. Right now, guys, there's no clear lean in price action. Or let me say it like this: there's no clear lean in data. The data is not super clear for me to just be, wow, dude, we're going lower here. I don't know why. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, this price is moving very sporadically right now. Wow, man, that was a $2 drop right there. Jesus, what the heck? Oh man, this is tough, man. When I miss moves like this, it makes it really hard to trade. What's going on? Why are we dipping so hard? Is there like news or anything? No, I'm not seeing any news. So I'm gonna go to my broker. Here's the thing. So I'm not just bearish or bullish right now, right? I'm not either right now because in order for me to be truly bearish, I really need to see some really deep net call selling. And yes, we do see that. What the heck, dude? Why am I missing this play? Yes, we do see that. Wow, that's so weird. I wonder how I didn't can see that price to premium gap to the downside. Hmm. It's all right. Yeah, so I was saying I'm not just like looking for one side right now. I'm gonna be trading both sides, either calls or puts, and they're gonna be very quick entries, quick exits, if you can. So make sure you try and stay ready. Kind of sucks though, cause I see that there was a clear price to premium gap on holdings. I don't know why I didn't see that. Maybe because I was talking so much. That's like the downside to streaming is you're talking. But what I've noticed is that like most people that stream, they don't even talk to the audience. They just kind of do their thing. So maybe I just need to do that. All right, guys, I'm on my broker right now, and I'm ready to take a trade at any time. So please be ready as well. Dude, Apple stopped moving the market like 2 years ago, bro. So disappointing. Apple used to be the easiest, bro. The market used to be so easy. Spy used to be super easy to trade, man. And just like E Myth said, yeah, Apple and Spy used to be like two peas in a pod. Like if Apple was going up, Spy was going up. Easy. Like it was the easiest thing to do, dude. You literally just had to watch Apple. And whatever Apple was doing, that's what Spy would do. That stopped in like 2022, bro. Like it was the easiest thing in the world, bro. Yeah, I know, and QQQ went down, man. I know I'm super disappointed with QQQ because we saw that flow. The next day, SPY went up for sure, but QQQ just decided not to participate. It was so weird. Yeah, man, QQQ was super disappointing, man. All right, we're seeing a little bit of a bounce here. That could introduce a setup. So let's see what setup we have available. I got a little bit of music playing in the background. Hopefully, it doesn't mess up the sound. It's leaning bearish right now with total volume. Yeah, it's leaning bearish right now. I just hope that we actually get a move. No, I'm not muted. Mm, really? What the heck? Why can't you? Why does it keep going? I'm not muted. Maybe I should just unplug the mic. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, dude. I don't know what the heck's wrong with these mics. Okay, the music. Can't hear the music. How come Antio says I'm muted? Yes, I am speaking. You guys should be able to hear me. Everything's working. The thing that I'm worried about right now is they're probably gonna slow down price action right now. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. Okay, we might head to the downside here, guys. I'm looking at puts. I'm looking at puts. I'm seeing that net volume for SPY is getting a little deeper. Ooh, okay, guys, puts. Looking at puts, one strike out the money. Let's see if we can get a new low of the day. Looking at puts, one strike out the money here. SPY puts, one strike out the money. SPY puts, one strike out the money. I am sending this order now. See if we get filled. I got filled for SPY puts, one strike out the money. So I am in SPY puts, one strike out the money. Let me send that over. SPY 0 DTE puts. Would like to see a new low of the day here. Okay, I guess some unemployment. Wow. So we got some good news right now. Unemployment rates just came in better than expected. Hopefully that doesn't pop price because I'm in puts. And one strike out the money, 0 DTEs. I'm looking for a new low of the day. It's going to be a scalp. I'm already in profit, guys. It's going to be a scalp. So make sure that you scalp. I'm up 10%, 10% here, 10%. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to set, okay, I'm at 10%, 12% here. 15%, I'm going to start to sell. Let's see if we can hit 20. I'm going to set a limit sell for 20%. Let me do the math real quick. That should be like 195. Okay, here it is. All right, I set it for 195. Let's see if we get sold. Oof. Come on, boys. Let's push it lower. That was a good price to premium gap. We could push it lower so I could get out. If you haven't gotten out, though, guys, I suggest that you get out now because it is a scalp. Quick scalp. Come on, boys. Take out that lower wick for me. Take out that lower wick. Come on. Need 743.8. That would be really, really good. Or 744.2, I mean, sorry. 744.2. But it's in profit, guys. So honestly, like if you can't get a auto sell, scalp it and get out here. But I'm on an auto sell, so it's really, 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 really risky for me right now. But the trade was profitable, so looking for them to take out the new low, previous low of the day. That'll kick me out of this contract. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Did I get filled? Let's see. Goodness gracious, I'm still not filled yet. There it is. I got filled. Let's go. Let's go, boys. 20%. 20% base hit. That was good. 20% base hit live. That was good. I'm out. I'm out. I got filled 20%. That's a quick 180. $180 there. That was good. Beautiful. Beautiful scalp. That's how you trade SPY, especially when you miss the move, the big move. Yeah, catch the small move and do a quick scalp. Went in with 1K size, a little bit over 1K, 20%, and I got out there. That was good. Wow. That was nerve wracking, but I'm out. I'm out. I'm already scalped. Daryl, can you hear me? I sold. I took the I went in. I set a auto sell. So yeah, I got scalped out at 20%. Yeah, I got out. I already got out. Are you guys hearing me on live? You should be able to hear me. I'm not seeing. E-Myth, can you let me know if you heard me call that out? You should have. My mic's on. No mute on. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it was a really really hard trade. Not gonna lie, it was a hard trade, but it was a scalp. So now let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So what we did there, guys, if you can see my screen, is that was a little price to premium gap there. Right here, if you look at my screen, we popped up, right? We popped up around here. What the heck? What's wrong with my mouse? Why is it all dislocated? It was weird. What the heck? So I zoom in and it's all weird. Okay, anyway, here we price popped, right? Price popped to about 746.6, which is here on the market tide. And that introduced a little bit of a price to premium gap. I mentioned that net volume was going deeper, right? It was going deeper negative, and net calls were also heading deeper negative. So we were able to scalp that very small move. We got in kind of late, but we got the small move from about 746.3 to about 744.5. What the heck? That was a $2 drop? 746.2. Is that when we got in? Let me see. Let me see what the time is on my order. Hang on. So 8:15. So what the heck? That was crazy. So I got filled at 8:15 my time. That's oh yeah, I top ticked that motherfucker. Yeah. Okay, so that was a $1 drop. I was about to say $2. That's crazy, bro. How did I only get 20% on $2? All right, so I top tick. I got filled at 8:15. Right. This was the candle price at 8:15. It was at about 746.4, and I got out at 744.5. Bro, am I stupid or is that a $2 drop from 746.5 to 744.5? That's a $2 drop. How the hell did I only get 20%? The hell was that? That's some bull. That's some bull crap. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was a hard trade though. But yeah, they're slowing down price action right now. They're slowing down price action right now. So can you take a look at Tesla for me? It's if it stays under 395, which is under put wall, would it have room to fall more, or how does price react to call put walls? Put walls are support. So put walls are support. Call walls are not necessarily resistance, but they dampen the prices. So it just slows down at the call wall. It doesn't reject, it doesn't like, fall, but it slows down at the call wall. So if price is at a put wall, then it's good support. So let's see what it's at right now. So price is at a put wall for Tesla. So I think that's bullish. That's bullish. Spot price is at the put wall. Notice there's not much negative gamma below price as opposed to the positive gamma above price. And then when you look at the gamma exposure by strike table for Tesla, we're at what, 395? Okay. 410, 5% gamma exposure. 420, 5% gamma exposure. There's nothing below that that's even over 3% or even 2.5%. 350, but we're not dropping to 350, not at 2% gamma exposure. And there's a ton of positive gamma exposure at 410. 350 is nearly $40 away. 410 is $15 away. That gamma exposure at that 5% level, or 5% at 410 level for Tesla, is a pretty big, strong magnet. Considering that it's also at that put wall, put walls are support. If price is at the put wall, that is a huge support. I know that sounds kind of backwards, but maybe I'll do like a lesson on that another day. But yeah, when price is at the put wall, that is support, huge support there. So right now, Tesla is sitting on a big support level, and it's down 6% today. So I don't know. I think it's bullish, but let's look at the chart and see. Wow, Tesla daily chart doesn't look good. At the same time, too, though, this 50 EMA, or what is this, 100 EMA? Yeah, this is 100. This 100 EMA, it's sitting at the 100 EMA at 400, really. That's what it's at. Big support level there, right? That's probably why we're seeing this put wall here. So 100-day EMA is 400. It doesn't look bearish, I'll tell you that much. Like, the data does not recommend a bearish position. For you to take a bearish position, I would recommend looking for opportunities to enter long options. Let's look at the overview that could help us. Maybe the 3-day. So we're seeing a lot of call selling today, which is why we're seeing the Okay. So yeah, so man, it could drop lower. Price could drop lower. So right now, I just probably wouldn't touch Tesla. I think probably with all the SpaceX stuff and everything like that, you're seeing some like volatility. You're not seeing a clear trend in positioning. I think on June 26th, that was a really good that was a good bullish sign. If you look at my screen, June 26th was a really good entry for a price to premium gap to the upside, and obviously we did fill that to the upside. But right now, it's a bit flip floppy because we just went from bullish the last 1 week, but then today we're seeing some bearish action. So I would just be patient. Who asked that question? It was Emith. Yeah, I would just be patient. Just wait. But it's leaning bullish. It's leaning bullish based off of gamma exposure. Yeah, it's leaning bullish based off of gamma exposure. And then also look at this. Remember, daily net gamma increases and decreases, right? It looks like Tesla kind of respects that a little bit. Between yesterday and today, we saw a big decrease. Well, is it a big decrease? I wouldn't say big. I wouldn't say it's big, but we saw a decrease. And let's see if we could have shorted it today. Yeah, we could have shorted it today based off of just that decrease. So maybe we should start paying attention to Tesla daily net gamma changes in the morning. I think that could really help us if you are trading Tesla. Okay, let's get back to SPY and see if we can do any kind of other scalps. I know scalps are really hard, but I mean, that's what the market's giving us right now. So We're seeing another small price to premium gap here to the downside. It's what we scalped earlier, but there's not much room left for it, so I'm not gonna chase it. Damn, that was a 30-point drop. That was crazy. What we scalped on SPX. That wasn't 30 points. Well, actually, yeah, it was. So it looks like he got in earlier. Okay, so he got in around 8 a.m. Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't know when the hell this dude got in. 30 points. Shit, I have no clue. A little choppy right now. That's on QQQ. Would it go back to 720 at least? Man, I'm gonna be honest right now. Vic Rambo. QQQ is really, really disappointing because I saw some really good flow for it. The next day, SPY ripped higher, but QQQ did nothing. So QQQ is very. I never really traded QQQ because I was like, why the heck is there even a QQQ when there's a SPY? But anyway, yeah, I never was really. I never practiced reading QQQ as much as I have with SPY. Part of it is because I naturally expect QQQ to follow SPY, which is not a good anticipation, but it's a reasonable one. So will QQQ go back to 720? Right now, I'm going to be very straightforward. Even though I am bullish on SPY, I am not seeing anything that is telling me that QQQ is going back higher. But it doesn't, it contradicts though, because I expect SPY to go back higher. So therefore you might expect QQQ to go higher, right? But that's not what happened. Was it yesterday or the day before? SPY went way high and QQQ went low. It was the first time in a while that I saw that. So it's really hard for me to get a read on QQQ over this last 2 to 3 days because it just hasn't been following SPY's bias. Notice SPY daily net gamma increased today. On my screen right now is QQQ. Let's go to SPY. SPY daily net gamma increased. You see this? It increased today. But QQQ daily net gamma remained the same. So it's a little mismatch, a little weird for me to expect QQQ to go higher when nothing on its data is indicating so. So maybe it might be a good time for you to start looking at trading SPY because the data is a little bit clearer on SPY. At least you're able to get a little bit more of a read. QQQ has been very, very, very sporadic. Like it hasn't been doing what has been expected. So it's hard. It's really hard for me to get a read on QQQ right now. So I would just maybe start looking at SPY. SPY has been respecting data really, really well this week. SPY has been a money printer this week. Since last week, if you look at my daily pre-market notes, every single day this week, with the exception of today, SPY, and even today, but in my pre-market note, it didn't show that at pre-market, but even today, but the idea is that most of the week, right, since like last Thursday or something, Daily net gamma for SPY has been increasing every morning, and you'll see that I've been posting it. Every morning I always say, hey, daily net gamma increase. Look, yesterday, daily net gamma increased. The day before, daily net gamma increased. The day before that, daily net gamma increased. So those are 3 bullish days that SPY has respected daily net gamma increasing. Meanwhile, QQQ has just been on a freaking, I don't even know. QQQ has just been weird. It hasn't, it's increased, but only one day. Since June 29th, daily net gamma has not increased. Meanwhile, with SPY, it has. And SPY has been respecting that because SPY is up from 728 to 748. So it's SPY's been respecting that daily net gamma and QQQ has not. So maybe I think you should start to look at SPY as a tradable ticker, especially since we're looking at data and it's respecting the data. Seems like price is kind of slowing down a bit right now. Yeah, I think you should. I think you should focus on SPY, Vic, because SPY's been respecting the data a little bit better than QQQ. Let's see. Short attempt. Oh, wait, this is QQQ. Um, it would it would not be it wouldn't be a bad trade. The only thing that I'm saying right now, Daryl, is I'm worried about this EMA. If I'm looking on the SPY 1 minute chart, and I'm a little bit worried about this EMA. I feel like it might reach up to like 747 first before we get any kind of a retrace. But you are on the right track because right now, net call premium for holdings is at a low of the day and price has bounced higher from there. Could we expect a price to premium gap to the downside? Yes, you can short in this area, but I wouldn't do it just yet unless I see that net volume continues to decrease. Right now, it is at about 6.5 million. If I see about maybe 6.8 or closer to 7 million bearish volume, then I think I will enter. This is on SPY Holdings. SPY Holdings. Let's look at market tide, see if we can get a read on that one. Net volume is a 480K. If I see negative 500K, I might consider, entering a short. It looks like it's actually beginning to pull back now. Wow. Okay, so can we expect it to reunite back to price? We're watching puts. We're watching puts. Watching puts. Man, I don't know if I want to enter though. I don't think we should just yet. I don't think we should enter puts yet. Because this volume I need this volume, this net volume to like go deeper negative. Right now it actually moved in a positive direction. So I need to see it move negative. So I'm going to be patient and I'm going to be comfortable with missing this pullback. But that, Daryl, that was a really good like observation. But I'm just careful because look at my screen right now. On the 5 minute chart, SPY is sitting on a EMA on, I think that's the 8-day EMA, and that's just going to act as some support. So I'm combining all the tools as I can right now. And again, main thing that's keeping me from entering puts is I'm not seeing a new low of net volume. I want to see a new low of net volume. Okay. I want to see upwards of 7 to 8 million net volume here for oh, I'm sorry, not 7 to 8 million. I want to see actually negative 400K for holdings, right? Net volume. I want to see like 400K for holdings. Right now it's at 260K. So if it continues to grow negative, right, from negative 260K to like maybe negative 300K and then negative 350K, then I will see that net volume is getting deeper negative, and I will look for an opportunity for bearish trade. But right now it's not getting deeper negative, so I'm just going to be a bit patient here. Oh, Scotty. Scotty, you gotta mute yourself. I don't know who Scotty is. Where's he at? Who is Scotty? Or are we talking about the song? I don't know. Pippin? Who the hell is that? No, I don't know who that is. Oh, Scotty Supreme. Scotty, okay, yeah. All right. I can mute him, but you will have to mute him. I think you will have to mute him. If he doesn't mute himself, then you will have to mute him. So you can mute everyone on the ooh, Spice pulling back here. Why not try some put options here? Let's try some put options. Let me pull up my broker. Because here's the thing. You know what? No, I'm going to be patient. I'm just going to miss this move. Net call, I'm looking at net calls hit a new low of the day right now. So, man, I want to take puts right now. I really want to. But something's telling me to be patient. Three-minute? Let's go to the 3-minute, see what that looks like. Yeah, the 3-minute looks like a rejection. Yeah, I've muted him, but okay, maybe I have to mute his soundboard. All right, cool. Yeah, I really want to grab puts, man. I missed it, huh? See if I get filled for some puts. Yeah, net volume is hitting a new low, guys. I'm gonna grab some puts. One strike out the money SPY put options. That'll be 745. I'm about to send it here. All right, I've sent it. I didn't get filled. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna send it again. SPY 745 puts. Okay, I got filled at. What did I get filled out? What the hell? Okay, I guess I didn't get filled. I'm gonna try again. SPY puts. We're hitting a new low of the day here on net calls and net volume. SPY puts 745s, and I got filled at 123. Wow. Okay, I got filled at 123 SPY puts. I'm in SPY puts, 745s, one strike out the money. I'm in SPY puts, 745. There it is. SPY puts, 745, 0 DTE. Oh no, don't bounce it, please. Oh man, they're bouncing it right now. I'm still in. I'm gonna hold it for a sec. I'm down 4%. I'm still in these SPY puts. Yeah, HT, maybe this weekend I will I'll send you some stuff. I'll tag you in some stuff hopefully, and or hopefully, and then that way you can kind of feel a little bit more comfortable. I know it is a lot to digest, which is why I make this server as affordable as I can, so that you can feel comfortable and take your time to learn. Okay, we're heading lower here, guys. We're heading lower. I'm in those SPY puts. Let's see, 13%. Let's go, 13%, 10% here, boys. 10%. Hey, scalpy, 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 scalpy. Think about selling here, okay? I would really like a new low of the day. Okay, 16%. Let's go, boys. Oh, come on. Just let it go for me. Let it go to 20, bro. I'm about to send this thing to fill a sell for me. Oh, come on, guys. Dang, this contract is going from 15% to 5% quickly, dude. What the heck? This is crazy. I'm gonna set a auto sale for 20%. Let me do the math. That'll be okay. I'm at 10%, 136. So then another $15 will be 20%. Okay. So I'm gonna do 145 auto sell. All right. I set a auto sell for 20%, guys. I set an auto sell for 20% for these puts. I'm up to 12% right now. A sweep of these lows can fill my order, and then I'll be out with 20%. Net volume hit a new low of the day, if you can see my screen. So that's why we're in puts. Boy, I really hope I get filled though. I need net calls to hit a new low of the day, and right now it's struggling to do that. Oh man, kind of a struggle trade right now, but I'm not gonna worry. Yeah, we should fill to the downside here. Spy net, Spy holdings, everything's hitting a new low of the day. So price should actually hit a new low of the day. I should get filled. I'm not worried. There it is, 15%. Come on, boys. Let's get to 20. 20%. I'm out. 20%. There it is. I got sold, boys. Woo, let's go, baby. It's running. It's running, baby. You know how Robinhood will sell your stock or sell your contract, but then you still see it there? This thing is at 28%, but I already sold at 20. Oh, let's go, boys. 2 for 2 on live. 20% base hits, guys, base hits. This thing is running. I can still see, oh, it's gone now. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but on Robinhood, when you sell, like even after you sell, it shows it as if it's still there. Ooh, there's a nice push lower. Are you smiling? Guys, that was a really nice scalp opportunity. I hope you were able to get in. I think contracts went as high as 30%. Oh, no, they're way higher, bro. They're at 170. So that's like 50%. Because I got filled. What did I get filled at? I got filled at 123. They're at 160. Okay, that's like 25%. Yeah. All right. I don't know what that is, but we're in profits, bro. We're green. I'm out. Price to premium gap to the downside. That was so beautiful, guys. Price was up here, as you can see it up here, right? Net calls hit a new low of the day. I was able to talk us through that. I said, hey, net calls hitting a new low of the day. Net volume also hitting a new low of the day. And we were able to scalp a beautiful move. We top tick from 746.5. Again, another $2 drop to 744.5. What is up with these $2 drops that we are catching all morning, guys? This is beautiful. I am recording everything right now, and it's still going lower, boys. I'm recording everything right now, so you'll be able to kind of look back and see how I was able to talk us through these moves. That contract, let me see what the option chain looks like. It's up to 170. We alerted it at 123, so I think that's 40%, right? 123, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's 40. Yeah, that's 30%. Yeah, 4 times 3 is 12. Yep. 30%. So these contracts are up 30%. I got out at 20%. Set a auto limit sale for that. Again, the strategy was price to premium gap. Price bounced higher as premium headed lower. It created a disconnect between price and premium. Net volume also was trending in a deeply negative direction, hitting a new low of the day for net volume. We anticipated that as net volume hits a new low of the day and net calls also hit a new low of the day, then thus price should hit a new low of the day. And that's exactly what we traded. That's what we traded here, right? This beautiful move down to the downside. It's still heading lower here. Those contracts are up about 50% now, 176. Wow. This is beautiful, guys. You guys should be able to get out really, really easily here. So are you not into gains? Let's go. Yeah, Robinhood has super shit closers, guys. That's why I always do auto sales, because it's so volatile. You're really just better off just sending it, setting the limit sell yourself. And I usually do a limit sell of 20%. So with this at 123, I did it for, I think it was like 140, and I got filled. So yeah, that was, wow, we're heading lower here. New low of the day. So beautiful, guys. That's the price to premium gap. You can trade it intraday. We already traded it twice today, guys. Boy, I should have held that a little bit longer, dude. Oh, I should have held that a little bit longer. Wow. Wow, that was beautiful. It used to smell like your perfume. That's two back-to-back trades right there, guys. One loss. We took a total of three trades this morning on live. One loss. Um, One loss, two wins. That was good. 2.0. Whoa, banger, man. Yeah. That was a nice banger. No, I don't think we're going all the way to 740. That's crazy. I think it'll cling to that 740. 742 is going to catch it. 742 gamma exposure is positive. 742 is going to catch it. All right, been on for about an hour now. I'm gonna start to wind down. I'm super green on the day. SPY's heading lower here. We're seeing a new low of the day for net volume on holdings. Notice how, guys, notice how as soon as I started watching holdings, that's when I was able to be more sensitive to the moves, right? So I mentioned that earlier about an hour and a half ago when I hopped on that, hey, we want to watch holdings. So we've been watching holdings since then, and we've taken all of our trades looking at holdings. So it was a good follow up to what I taught that, yeah, holdings is really gonna give you a stronger bias, right? So two green trades out of three, not bad, pretty good. Close 5% move. Whew. Well, 5%. Yeah, you know what? SPY is hard to scalp, dude. Yeah, way to get your feet wet, on that. But yeah, guys, that was good. Wow, we're hitting new lows here. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna begin to wind down here, and I'll be available throughout the day, obviously. But I think I want to wind down on streaming. Took two live trades. It was really good. Yeah, we should have been looking at SPY holdings from the beginning, dude. Because look at this price to premium gap. When price was at 751, bro, we should have shorted that mother effer, and we would have been rich. Thank you, E Myth. It's always nice to have you here. You seem to be very helpful at times, so I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll probably log off in the next 2 minutes here, right at the 12 o'clock hour, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I saw you standing on that bridge. Right then I knew the life that I would like to live. Your frizzy hair tangled my mind. I'm going to be logging off here soon, so just having a little bit of fun here. If you guys are new, make sure that you look at the how to use the server channel. Read one or two things there. It really helps you to navigate the channel and get the most value for your buck so that you don't miss any kind of alerts. Make sure you keep limitless top watches notifications on. All you have to do is right click on it and then go to notification settings and select all messages. So that way, everything that I send gets sent to your mobile phone. You don't miss out on anything. And even if you do miss the alert, you can always go back to your notifications section and look at those alerts that you missed. So again, that's limitless top watches. We also have the notable flow alerts. Those are really good for you to be curious about some names. The best way that I like to use this is I like to look at high volume to OI ratio. I did include a new indices quick flow for short dated SPY and QQQ contracts. Another thing that I like to do too is if you are already thinking about a stock that you want to trade, just go to the search bar and type it in, and you'll see if I have sent anything concerning that stock or if there have been any notable alerts here in the notable flow alert section. We also have the unusual whales bot. You can pull live data. All you have to do is hit /. If you want to look at a chart, if you want to look at net flow, for example, net flow, I typed / net flow. There it is. I'm going to click it. And then if I want to look at Tesla or whatever ticker, right, you type Tesla, click on it, and then just press enter. It takes a few seconds, and then it brings up Tesla net flow, and you're able to see that live. So that's there complimentary for you guys as well. You can look at bullish orders, net flow, gamma exposure, all kinds of stuff. So lots of tools here. Look at AAOI. It's dying bigly. AAOI. I feel like I traded that one time and got burned so bad. Yeah, it's damn 15%. Yeah, it's down a lot, but there's nothing on the net flow that's indicating that. They're not really selling calls and they're not really buying puts. They sold calls hard here on June 23rd and June 15th. So I guess those were good signs that we were heading lower for sure. But other than that, it's pretty mild activity here. Oh yeah, no, it was all bearish activity all summer, bro. Yeah, we probably should have shorted this, but it's not a name that I look at often. Could it head lower? Shit, I mean, they're opening 15,000 contracts on the 85 puts, and that motherfucker is up. Wow. That guy's up 100% already, dude. Look at this. Those 15K contracts that he opened was $400,000, and he's up 100%. Wow. What a asshole. What an insider trade. Unless it was you. Was it you? Was it you, Rick? Trying to play it off? You're the only one that brought up AAOI. But man, what a missed opportunity though. Yeah, it was a good short. Yeah, that guy's already up, man. Guys, really small tip. I don't like to look at put buys because for SPY at least. For SPY, put buying is not as significant as call selling when it comes to bearish trades. But for single names like this AAOI, yeah, it was definitely like, look at this put spike, right? It was definitely put buying. That was a good sign. So yeah, missed opportunity here. Let's see if it can head lower. Let's look at gamma. See if there's anything that suggests lower activity for. No, not really much else. It looks like it's hitting it's down so much. 117. Yeah, maybe it could go to 115 at 1% gamma. 110 maybe, but anything below that's not really pushing for anything lower. So just be careful trying to catch this falling knife. You know, it was a good find though. I think the biggest standout for this one was the net flow. If you look at the 7 to 14 day net flow, you can see that calls were sold pretty hard on June 16th and June 23rd. So those were probably the biggest two. If you want to trade this in the future, I would say that you should look for outstanding activity, because typically it doesn't have big activity. Like this last 1 week or so, it hasn't had a lot of activity, but prior to that, about 2 weeks ago, it had some deep call selling. So that was a big sign of bearish activity. So gamma exposure, is that what you're talking about? For normalized gamma? Yeah, to monitor the change. I think I was talking about. I was talking about AAOI, right? Net flow, yeah. Yeah, net flow, yeah. The net flow for AAOI, if you go under overview, and you look at the net flow, if you go under like the 7-day or the 14-day, you can see this green line right here is net calls. So if it's below the dotted line, that's negative, right? So it's going down. That's negative net calls on June 23rd and negative net calls on June 16th. Those were really big signs that, price was really, really weak, and you probably could have shorted it into today. Is that what you mean? Looking at the net flow? Yeah. Yeah, net flow. Yeah. I wrote you along. You got two eyes that took me by surprise when you walked by. I think that I could die 1,000 deaths. What's Spy doing? Yeah, just kind of chopping, slow down a little bit. Let's take this shitty life we have. Alright guys, it's time for me to log off here. Made a little bit of noise towards the end, but it's time to go. And let's talk it up in the chat. Hopefully we were able to get some trades. If you missed those trades, that's okay. Next time, take a stab at it. Keep it small, keep a small size, and just take a stab at it and test it out, okay? Alright, Rick. See you later. Soul Park, Simon, Paolo, Pisces, Scotty, John, HT, Darrow, Scholar, Balpo. Peace out, everyone.